When it became apparent that enemies of the church were driving the saints out of Zion, Jackson County, Missouri, Joseph organized an army to take it back. After all, the saints had been promised that this was the place where Jesus would come at the start of the millennium. It was almost universally believed by the saints and Joseph that this was going to happen soon. Members were recruited between March through May 1834, and the army, known as Zion's Camp, began its march in May. The camp reached its maximum numerical strength of 207 on June 8th. Even though their mission seemed straightforward, Joseph was never entirely sure what his ragtag group could ultimately accomplish. Certainly at a minimum, it was anticipated that the army would assist the saints, but would they do it by force and, if necessary, retake their lands in Jackson County? Although Section 103 said the redemption of Zion must needs come by power, Bushman suggests that this did not necessarily mean physical force. After all, Zion's Camp was not a well-trained military unit, and based upon Joseph's actions, he was not particularly interested in schooling his soldiers in military strategy and drills. Along the way, there was only one sham battle to keep the troops interested and busy while they waited for one of their members to buy a horse. Nothing about fighting is mentioned in Section 103, and apparently Joseph felt the mission was peaceful enough to admit women and children on the march. Most importantly, Joseph probably never believed that he would have to use force in the first place. Initially, Joseph had envisioned that the governor of Missouri, Governor Dunklin, would escort the saints back to their lands. When this failed, Zion's Camp was disbanded before a shot was fired.